take anything off the table. I mean, the same thing happened to Maduro should happen to Raul Castro.
Is Trump going to invade Cuba? It seems like an invasion of Cuba or a kidnapping of Castro is going to happen. The only question is when. The Trump administration has been hinting at this for months now. Also, the CIA is in Cuba right now discussing maybe a regime change of some sort, handing over of Castro. Who knows? There is a food shortage. There is starvation happening. There are extreme power outages. I think like over half of the day they don't have any power. So it's just not, this blockade is potentially going to kill thousands of people. And if we invade Cuba, that's just going to decentralize the country even more. And people are talking about a humanitarian crisis at that point. So hopefully we don't do any of this. And this is all just speculation. And I know Castro is not in charge in Cuba. He hasn't been in charge since 2018. But it's looking like they're going to do something. There's going to be some sort of military operation happening in Cuba very soon. So here's Trump saying, I don't think about Americans' financial situation at all.
Go ahead. When you're negotiating with Iran, Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all. That's the only thing that motivates.
Did you say earlier that the only thing that matters to you when it comes to Iran is a nuclear weapon? You're not considering the financial impact of this war on Americans?
The most important thing by far, including whether our stock market, which by the way is at an all-time high, but including whether or not our stock market goes up or down a little bit, the most important thing by far is Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
What about the pressure on Americans and prices right now?
Every American understands.
Americans, how they're feeling about
every American. Are you listening to me? Every American understands.
And Trump doesn't care about Americans and their financial situations. Doesn't even come across his mind at all when he's dealing with Iran and war. So that's good to know that it's good to know that Trump will go to war and he doesn't give a fuck about any of us and our financial situations. Doesn't that make you feel good? And then he mentions the fucking stock market. He mentions the stock market, which majority of Americans do not have any money in the stock market. And I hate when Republicans use that as an example of a representation of the economy and how the economy is doing. What I do care about is, can the average and the working class people, can they put food on the table? Can they pay their electric bill? Can they pay rent? Can they afford the gas that gets them to work? Can they afford healthcare? Can they afford their medicine? Things like that. Dude, I don't give a fuck about the stock market. So Trump said this, basically like there was an election integrity army in 2024 and he's going to do the same thing, but they're going to be bigger and stronger this time. I don't know if he means ICE, like he's going to have ICE at the voting polls and they're just going to be like posted up outside, just like watching people vote the whole time to make sure that no illegals are sneaking into the building. Like, what is the purpose of this? Hopefully it doesn't go like far fascist where they're like tracking who's voting for who, and obviously that's illegal, but I mean, legality doesn't matter to this administration, so who fucking knows. Hopefully we don't have ICE at the polls this November. Donald Trump is getting rid of all the women in his cabinet, and here's just another one. Tulsi Gabbard resigns as Director of National Intelligence, citing her husband's health. She was not a fan of the Iran war and what's going on right now, and she literally helped Donald Trump run on being anti-war, and then he goes to war with Iran. Now we're like week 8 or 9 of an illegal, unconstitutional war where we've killed 170 plus kids, and we bombed hospitals and schools and residential areas. We've killed thousands of civilians, for what? To close the Strait of Hormuz that was open before the war. Your gas prices are high for literally no reason. This is really a sick nation. Israelis celebrate the destruction of Lebanese villages. So if you don't know what's going on in Lebanon, Israel has been bombing and attacking Lebanon for years now, but it's been picking up recently during the Iran-America-Israel war. And what Israel and the United States are claiming is that they are attacking Hezbollah, right? The biggest terrorist organization in the region, right? And this is all in the name of defending the country and attacking terrorists and killing terrorists and protecting the nation. But at the end of the day, they're killing thousands of civilians. They've now killed over 3,000 civilians, and we're talking about a potential genocide going on in Lebanon. And it's right out of the Gaza playbook of just bombing and bulldozing and then claiming that you were trying to kill terrorists, right? Kill 5 innocent people and then claim one of them was a terrorist. It's right out of Israel's playbook from their genocide in Gaza. And now it's continuing to the West Bank. Very scary stuff. Keep your eyes on Lebanon. Speak up, use your voice, do whatever you can to bring awareness to this issue before it becomes Gaza, before it becomes hundreds of thousands of deaths.